for more, let's cross now to Tehran to speak with our correspondent Reza Sayah. Reza, just how bad is Iran's COVID situation right now?
Haxi, I think the statistics that you just read off really drive home the fact that things are bad here in Iran with the COVID-19 crisis. And remember, Iran has struggled with this pandemic from the beginning. Soon after China got hit with the pandemic last year, Iran was one of the first countries that got hit, but hey, things are worse than ever. The daily infection rate is worse than ever. The daily death toll is worse than ever. No country in the Middle East has been hit as hard as Iran has with the COVID-19 pandemic. And the criticism aimed at authorities is starting to intensify, both inside Iran and outside Iran. Many Iranians outraged that authorities have not been able to curb the pandemic. Almost on a daily basis, you see videos posted online of Iranians burying their loved ones who've passed away from COVID. In recent days, there was an online campaign generated by ordinary Iranians called SOS Help Iran, where Iranians posted the map of Iran covered in red, indicating that the virus is spreading. And yesterday, Human Rights Watch, this is one of the leading human rights groups in the world, released a scathing report saying that mismanagement by Iranian authorities and lack of transparency has been the leading cause of the COVID-19 crisis being out of control here. For their part, Iranian authorities don't seem to be having a reassuring strategy to stem the tide. They continue to call for shutdowns. We're in the middle of another shutdown here in Tehran, where government offices and non-essential businesses have been closed. Yesterday was the religious holiday of Ashura, where usually you have large gatherings. Iranians banned indoor gatherings. There were some smaller outdoor gatherings. But by any measure, things are very bad here.
And a huge part of this crisis is the country's sluggish vaccination rollout. Right. Only around 6 in 100 Iranians are fully vaccinated right now.
Yeah, and that's been another bone of contention. And critics say it's this slow progress when it comes to Iran vaccinating its people that's causing a problem as well. And many point to Iranian authorities, including the supreme leader, banning the imports of American vaccines like Moderna and Pfizer. This is another instance where Tehran's bitter rivalry with Washington is seemingly impacting ordinary Iranians. But this week, authorities said they will start importing Moderna and Pfizer. These are American vaccines, but they said as long as they're produced outside of the U.S., they're going to import them. So some hope that maybe that will help stem the tide.
Reza Sayah in Tehran, thank you very much.